Okay, for focus topic 2, a lot of this is going to deal with making sure that you can accurately put things in on your calculator, okay? So if you don't have a calculator now, go ahead and pause the video and please get one because you will need it for a lot of this. All right, so question 1, which equation matches the graph? Now there's two different ways you can do this, okay? The first way you can approach it is by putting it in your calculator, each one of these choices, one at a time, and seeing which one matches the graph. The second way that you can do it is just to look at your graph and match up your y-intercept and your slope. So if we're looking for our y-intercept, remember the general equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. This b value, the last number, that is our y-intercept, or our starting value. So if we're looking at the graph at the y-axis, that's this axis right here, and it crosses right here between 2 and 4. So if it's crossing between 2 and 4, we know the y-intercept is what? 3. That leaves two options, A and C. So go ahead and cross out B and D. They don't have the right y-intercept. Okay? From here, we've got to deal with the slope. And both of these are positive slopes, so either one could be a viable option. So let's look at the difference between them. One of them has slope 2/3, that's choice A, and choice C has slope 3/2. Now A would mean we're going up 2 and right 3, and C would mean we're going up 3 and right 2. Okay, so let's try both of those options. If I start at this starting value of 3, and I go up 2, 1, 2, and right 3, 1, 2, 3, that gives me a point on the line. Okay, so this is a point on the line. So this one works out. If I went up 3 and right 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, that point is not on the line. So that slope won't work. So for here, choice A is the correct answer. Okay? Any questions, pause the video and ask your teacher at this time. All right, number 2. Which of the following points lies on the line represented by y equals negative 3x plus 2? Okay, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can go through these one at a time, and you can fill in all of the x options. So let's see, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. Here's our equation. And for each one of these sets of parentheses, I'm going to fill in the x value given to me in this problem. So, let's see, 2, 3, 1, and 1. Those are what I'm going to fill in. So 2, 3, 1, and 1. You can type this whole thing in on your calculator, this whole thing that I'm highlighting. Okay? When you type that in, this should give you a y value. Let's see, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 2, this is negative 4. Is this the y value that was given to us in the option? Is negative 4 the same as positive 9? Of course not, so A is out. Okay, so let's try B. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus 2, negative 7. Again, not the right option, so choice B is out. C part, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, negative 3 plus 2, negative 1. Not the right option for C, so C is out. And let's see, D is the exact same, so you should get negative 1 here. And that is the right answer because negative 1 was what we got, okay? Here's the second option. If you type in y equals negative 3x plus 2 into the y equals on your calculator, and then you hit second graph, it will pull up the table of points. If you scan through that table, you should look to see which one of these sets of points is in that table. And if you do it correctly, this is the set of points that is on that table. Go ahead and try that now, even though we've already finished the problem, just so that you can see that come up. If you don't get 1, negative 1 on your table, that should be letting you know that there's something not right. So if that's happening, pause the video at this time and ask for help. Okay, number 3. Ben has $10 in his savings account. He has just gotten a summer job that pays him $100 a week. His girlfriend, Lily, has also gotten a job and made a graph of her savings. Which of the following is not true? Okay, so please pay close attention to the wording here. We're looking for something that is not true, okay? So here's the first option. Ben will have more money than Lily in 2 weeks. All right, well, keep in mind the graph represents Lily. So if we're looking at 2 weeks, we're going to go up the graph and across to see how much money she'll have. And she'll have somewhere between 100 and 150, okay? And we're not sure the exact number at this point, but we'll get to that in a little bit, okay? Let's see how much Ben will have. If he has 10 and his job pays him 100 a week, well, let's see. At week 0, that's when he starts. Let's just make a table for this, for how much money he's going to have. At week 0, that's when he starts. He has $10. After the first week, he has the $10 that he already had, plus he had $100 a week, so that's $110. So let's see, we want 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, he's already had 110. He's going to earn 100 more. That's going to give him 210. Lily, we said, was going to be somewhere between 100 and 150. So will Ben have more money than Lily in 2 weeks? Yes, he will. He'll have more than $200. So A is a true statement. It's a true statement, which means we can't pick it for our answer choice because we're looking for something that's not true. Okay, let's look at choice B. Lily makes more money per week. Well, if she only went from 100 to 120 after 2 weeks, she's not making very much per week. And we already know that Ben's making 100 per week. So that one's definitely false. That's not true. That's going to be our answer choice, okay? And if we look at the other ones, Lily and Ben have the same amount of money after 1 week. After 1 week, Lily is going to have 110. She's making $10 a month. And the way that I can tell that is because, she's making $10 a week, sorry. After 5 weeks, she's made $150. If she made $50 from 0 to 5 weeks, that means she's making $10 per week, okay? So she's only making $10 a week. Ben's making $100 a week. So Lily and Ben have the same amount of money after 1 week. That's true. Ben starts with less money than Lily. That's definitely true. He started with 10. She started with 100. So even if you go through all of them, you should come back to B saying that B is false. All right, question 4. Okay. On the y equals in your calculator, you're going to type in 2x minus 4. One of these graphs represents 2x minus 4. Go through and find the right one. Okay, pause the video at this time, do the problem on your own, and then unpause it to see if you've gotten the correct answer. So go ahead and pause it right now. All right, welcome back. There is a y-intercept of -4 for choice A. Choice B is +4. Choice C is -2, and choice D is +2. The only option that has a -4 y-intercept is choice A. It has to be choice A. So hopefully you saw that on the graph on your calculator, and you also chose choice A. Okay? Number 5, make a table below that represents the relationships between x and y in the equation y equals -3x plus 5. In your calculator, you are going to type in y equals -3x plus 5 into the table function on your calculator. So you're going to hit y equals, you're going to type in -3x plus 5, you're going to hit second graph, and you're going to start your table. X here, y here, 0, 1, 2, let's just go to 3, and you're going to match up the y values, okay? To get you started here, if I put in 0, you should have a starting value of 5. Your second number should be 2, and I'll let you go ahead and do the rest of that problem. If you did not get 5 and 2 to match up with the 0 and the 1, something is wrong. So please pause the video at this time and ask for assistance. All right, number 6. Figure 1 and Figure 2 represent a different function. Which statement is true given the information? I'm just going to go ahead and copy my table down here so that we can see both of these at the same time. So I'm just redrawing it for the video's sake. You don't have to redraw it, okay? All right, so now I can scroll my page down. All right, so choice A. The x-intercept, oh, by the way, this is Figure 1. I probably should relabel that. Figure 1. The x-intercept of Figure 2 is greater than the x-intercept of Figure 1. Ah, okay, well, let's see. We've got an x-intercept of -2 here, and our x-intercept for our table is going to be where the y value is equal to 0. Well, that's not on our table right now, so we could figure that out, or we can come back to this one. So let's put a question mark by A. We're not sure about it, okay? Choice B, the y-intercept of Figure 1, the y-intercept is where x is 0, so our y-intercept is 2 in Figure 1, is greater than the y-intercept of Figure 2. Well, here's our y-intercept in Figure 2. It's between 6 and 4, so 5. So is 2 a greater number than 5? No, of course not. So mark out choice B. It's not going to be the right answer. Okay? C, the rate of change of Figure 2 is greater than the rate of change in Figure 1. The rate of change is just the slope. So let's see. If I start at 6 and I go up to 8 and over 1, oh, wait. Not actually going up to 8. Let's use a different point. I don't know why this graph has messed us up a little bit. Let's see. I've got a good looking point here and a good looking point here. So if I draw in my slope triangle, we're going up 3 and right 1. So, sorry, right 1. Our slope on the graph is 3. Our slope on the table is our pattern here. Our rate of change and slope are the same thing. So here, our slope is 4. So it says the rate of change in Figure 2 is greater than the rate of change in Figure 1. 3 is not greater than 4. So choice C is out. Mark that out. D, the slope of Figure 2 is greater than the slope of Figure 1. Well, we just said the slope of Figure 2 is 3 and the slope of Figure 1 is 4. So that's not the right answer either. So go ahead and mark that out. That's not right. Okay? So by process of elimination, we know the right answer has to be A. Okay? For those of you who are interested in why that is, go ahead and listen to this next part, okay? I'm going to redo the table over here. And I'm going to scoot this down a little bit. So I'm only going to use 0, 1, and 2 for the positive sides. And I'm going to go ahead and include -1 and -2 for this. So let's see. 0 matches up with 2, 6, and 10. We said our pattern was that we were going up by 4 each time. So if I want to go backwards, all I've got to do is take off 4. So 2 minus 4 is going to give me -2 here. And this is going to give me -6. So if I'm looking at the place where y is 0, which is going to be directly in between here, it's directly in between -2 and 2 is 0. So directly in between 0 and -1 is -1/2. Okay? That's going to be the x-intercept for Figure 1. Okay? The x-intercept for Figure 2, we said, was right here. It's a little less than -2. Okay? So -2, or a little less than -2, is definitely greater than -1/2. So the x-intercept for the graph is bigger or greater than the x-intercept for Figure 1. Okay? If you need more help understanding this problem, please ask for assistance at this time.